Hi everyone, I'm Cassidy Harris, Public Relations Manager, and for today's episode of A to Z and CC, we're spending time with some of the smartest people in Columbia County, learning more about information technology. Stay tuned. Joining me today is our Information Technology Manager, Sean McArdle, and we want to talk to you about the work that they do behind the scenes to keep the county running. So Sean, if you would, elaborate on the different departments that are within information technology and the roles that they play.
Right now we have four teams that support the various systems and applications within the county. We have our applications development team. They do all of our enterprise applications like finance, HR, payroll, tax, things like that, supporting our users in there. Plus they support application development and maintaining any of our older applications that we've developed in-house over the years. We also have our networking team. Our networking team is responsible for making sure all of Columbia County's users have access to the servers, the files, the internet, all the wireless, all the things that they need every day to do their jobs. They also maintain and make sure the phone system is working so everybody can make phone calls, faxes, things like that. Our server support team handles all of the county's servers and our email services. They make sure that people can communicate with the world through email and have access to all of the applications, files, things that they need to have access to do their jobs. And our technical support team are the field guys. They're the ones that go out and assist our users when they have a computer issue or replacing a computer, printer issues, or software issues.
And technology is forever changing, and I know it's evolved a lot since you started with the county. Can you talk to us about how technology has changed and grown over the years and the roles that we started off playing, but how it's grown to support so many functions?
When I started with the county, we were primarily just a mainframe shop. We didn't have PCs, we didn't have the internet or anything like that. Over the years, we've grown into having PCs on everybody's desktop, laptops that people can take out in the field with them or take home and work, internet applications where people can pretty much work from any place. They don't have to be tethered somewhere in the office to do their jobs anymore. It's changed so much in 35 years, and it's grown. We're supporting not only computers, we support audio-visual, we support surveillance cameras, public safety, fire, all these departments that have to have access 24 hours a day just to do the jobs that they do to support the citizens of the county.
Right. And let's speak to that a little bit because you are so involved in a lot of projects. So you're involved in even our vertical projects. So the buildings that we have now where we are building or expanding the Justice Center, Building A, we have the Wi-Fi pavilions, we've had parks where they have Wi-Fi. You're also involved with our horizontal projects, so the road projects. What are the roles that you play in new development?
We are involved in, the beginning of every building project because there's so much technology now in buildings to support meetings, audio-visual, conferencing, wireless, phone systems, computers. So we're involved in it from the very beginning to make sure that we have the correct equipment in place, that we're covering every part of the building so people can be mobile, people can have access to the things that they need to do, and making sure that all of the resources that they need are available to them from the beginning.
And because you support so many departments and are involved with so many projects, what do you find to be the most challenging piece of it?
The challenging part is the county is growing so fast, and keeping up with the technology and the needs of everybody is difficult. So things change in the IT world and technology so quickly. New things come out, people want to do new things, people get all these great ideas, and sometimes it's a little difficult to keep up with the growth and the expectations of our users.
And not only the changes in expectations, but you're also having to keep up with new policies and procedures that are being put out as far as security goes. So how do you stay on top of that and ensuring that we are secure in what we offer?
Well, we take security very seriously in the IT department. We need to make sure that our information for our citizens and for our users and contractors and people that do business with the county is secure. We have a dedicated security team in the IT department. They stay up to date. They're constantly taking classes and online learning just to try and make sure that they can try to stay as much as they can one step ahead of the bad guys.
Right. And a lot of what you're saying is behind the scenes, but I don't think the public realizes how much they touch that you guys support. So you said the surveillance cameras is a part of it, but also the opportunity to pay online and then do permits and licensing online. What are some of the applications you support that the public uses?
Well, as you stated, paying online, we just assisted the water utility in implementing their new utility billing and customer management system, and the online portal for our citizens was a huge part of that. We're on the tail end of getting our new permitting and licensing system implemented, which is going to have an online portal also, so our contractors and citizens will be able to interact over the internet with our building and permitting and inspections departments. We also have Wi-Fi for our users in the parks and libraries and places like that, so they can have access to the internet, while they're, enjoying some of the Columbia County parks and recreation facilities.
And because you support so many departments within the county, who do your partners look like that support you guys?
Well, we work very closely with the county's broadband department. They supply our connectivity to all of our remote campuses and locations. We work very closely with the GIS department, making sure that they have access to the things that they need to do on a 24-hour basis. We work very closely with the sheriff's office, making sure that they have access to their cameras and things, that they need to do to make sure that the public stays safe. Fire rescue obviously is another big one. We make sure that those guys are taken care of and that, they have the access to, when they're out taking care of a fire, that they don't have to worry about, connectivity or computer issues. In
regards to the connectivity piece, what do you look into when it comes to availability and making sure that what you offer is sustainable in the event of an emergency situation when the power goes out? What are some things that you have to stay on top of to make sure that we keep running?
Well, we make sure that all of our systems are redundant. So we have generator power that our systems are kept up on. So in the event, we lose utility power, we're able to keep our server rooms, our server equipment up and functional. Our access to the internet is up and running.
Well, you also offer opportunities for internships, for hiring people right out of school. Can you talk to us or even those watching that may be interested in a career with the county? What are some of the opportunities and what do you look for when it comes to qualifications?
Sure. Well, right now we have 2 summer interns working with us. We partnered a couple of years ago with the Columbia County Board of Education, and they send us one of their computer science, cybersecurity people every year to work with us during the school year. And we give that person an opportunity to work in all parts of the IT department, not just the security part of it, so that they can learn the skills that they would need to have to work in an IT department as they move on with their career after they get out of school and college. A degree is nice, but experience and willingness to learn and wanting to jump in is more important, I think, than just the educational part of it. I would like to say I have an amazing team. They all are committed to making sure that the county is run as efficiently as we possibly can. They love what they do.
I would like to thank you and your team for all that you do to keep us running, because without you, we wouldn't be able to communicate with our residents. We wouldn't have the website. We wouldn't have the means to provide what you expect. So thank you all for what you do, and I appreciate your time today. And until next time, we'll see you then.